everybody. So fair warning, this particular video today is going to have a bit of an unboxing before the video. So there will be a project, but it will be after I unbox this and show you the goodies I'm going to be playing with for my project. This particular project also has a coordinating blog post over at A Cherry on Top. Today is the day that they reveal their new sketch. They have a new sketch every week, a sketch challenge where you can win cherry points and prizes. It's super fun. So I will link you up down below to the Cherry blog where you can find all the information on the sketch that is being revealed today and the new sketch challenge. And you will also be able to see close-ups of my layout, things like that. It's awesome. Come join us. All right, so I'm going to be playing with a new collection today. This is from 49th and Market. I am a massive 49th and Market fan. And this is designed by the same woman who designs all of the, or most of, a lot of the Simple Vintage lines for Simple Stories, which I also love. And she has beautiful lines coming up. I follow her on Facebook and she's been sneaking her summer stuff and it's gorgeous too. Okay, so this is called Art Options Avesta, and there's her name, Katie Pertet. And I got the 12 by 12 collection pack. So I'm just gonna flip through all of this deliciousness for you. And then we'll get to creating with the new sketch for today. So 49th and Market does that awesome thing I love, which is the cover of their collections is also a cut apart sheet, so nothing is wasted. You can flip it over and fussy cut all these fun little elements. So here are all of the papers. Love these butterflies. I'm just going to flip through these really quick. This collection is, if my friend Christy over on Facebook said it best, if a collection could be designed that screams Sarah, it would be this line. These are my favorite colors. I love them. Like I wear them. Like seriously. And these are stunning papers. 49th and Market has my heart. I am the biggest fan. Right now, I think what I am loving the most in the scrapbook industry, I am loving the Simple Stories 49th and Market Minte vibe. I'm also loving some of the things that card makers are coming out with. So companies like Honeybee Stamps and Catherine Puller. I mean, you will hear these names over and over again on my channel because I adore them. So pretty. While we're staring at these papers, sorry, I'm ranting. Apparently I'm in a ranting kind of mood. You only get, so this is the 12 by 12 paperback. You only get one design of each sheet, which means when I start to scrapbook, decisions will need to be made. That's okay. I'm not too worried about that. But isn't this stunning? It's so pretty. I love it. And this paper is gorgeous and thick. A lot of companies have been thinning their paper down. There's just no other way to say it. They've been thinning their paper down. Probably because it's just very expensive. Paper is one of those very expensive things right now. And yeah, but this is really nice thick paper. All right, this is the 6x8 collection pack. I'm sorry for the crinkling. So this includes 28 sheets of 6x8 paper, 3 of each design. So whereas there's only one of each design in the 12 by 12 pack. There are 3 here, so this is a great value to be able to get all the patterns and kind of cut them up and play with them, and then you can save the 12 by 12 full sheets for your backgrounds. And then there's also a fussy cut here, and again, no wasting. Packaging is also completely usable. So let me see if I can find, you can see here all those different papers. These papers resemble the 12 by 12. There are 12 by 12 counterparts, but they are a bit different. As an aside, I also totally feel like I want to get my mini cinch out and almost turn this all into one book. One little cinched up mini book to work in, because wouldn't that be cute? That's not what I'm going to do, but the thought has crossed my mind. So both the front and back cover of this collection is that nice thick paper, and it is double-sided, and then you get another sheet of the reusable fussy cut elements. Okay, here are the ephemera. There are tons of ephemera pieces. So I have used 49th and Market ephemera before, and there's always this like amazing, there's always an amazing amount of sizes. So there's 68 in here, and there's these kind of small ones, frames, tickets. Look at these cute little die cuts, arrows. And another awesome thing is that there are no big heavy white, there's no, you know, these are cut without those white borders. You guys know I'm not a fan of white borders, so that's kind of cool. Some good titling options, pretty tags, tabs, tickets. I kind of want to get to some of these bigger elements because I think that that's what makes the 49th and Market ephemera packs unique, is that they have these really big elements. So here we have the small elements, but then this is a really big kind of frame. And while I am not a huge fan of the gigantic ephemera, the 49th and Market ones don't bother me, and I'll show you why in a second. Let me just flip through. So these are tags within some frames, tabs, cute sayings. We're going to be using this one today on our layout. I just know it. Some circle tabs. So I'm just going to flick through this kind of quick because we still have a process video. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. In their ephemera packs, so there's lots of these small ones, right? And these are perfect for just embellishing, creating clusters, really awesome. But the ones that are bigger in 49th and Market are, as you can see here, like super usable and plain. So we're not talking like giant flowers, right? We're talking things that look like book pages, and they have like little distressed edges. So they're really great for tucking under. You can almost use them like a mini paper pad. Like, that is what makes their ephemera unique and doesn't bother me. Like, it's already distressed. This isn't a huge flower that I feel like I have to put on show somewhere. This is a layering piece, which I think is really unique to to their specific ephemera packs. Like, it truly is almost like you are getting ephemera. So that is, to me, that is really cool. Now, there are lots of new products. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible because we're going to crinkle paper. We don't want to do that. There are a couple of really fun new products from 49th and Market, and I didn't buy them all. I'm going to get more later, so we'll probably... But there's like collage papers and this gorgeous fabric tape. washi, so much fun stuff. I had to stick to a budget because I just stay within my budget this month. So decisions had to be made. One of the new things that is in that is new are these laser cut elements. So let me just kind of pull these out so you can get a feel for what they look like. So these are really kind of delicate die cuts. They're cut delicately. They're on pretty thick paper. I'm just going to pull this piece of lace out so you can kind of see what I mean. Like, see how it's cut? They're laser cut, so really delicate die cuts. They're not super thin. They are thick. They're cut without a white border, so they're just really delicate and unique and so cool. And you get a ton in this pack, so you can kind of see here. And it also looks like the other side of all of these are a solid color. So if you don't like the pattern that's on the front, you can flip these up and use the back, and then they're just green. But look at, like, they're super delicate. I love that lace, and I love, like, here how all those inner pieces for the ribbon are cut. Super pretty. And you can see, you do have to kind of pop these out, but you can see how many you're getting, and there are a lot. And then this is the, so there's 80 of the die cuts that are laser cut. And then, like, this is the packaging, but then the back, you can fussy cut. So cool. All right, so that is 49th and Market Art Options Avesta. And like I said, there is a ton more, like, awesome, fun embellishments. This is an embellishment heavy line. So if you are someone that likes this style and you like to have lots of different kinds of embellishments, this would be really great. Go check them out. 49th and Market makes amazing rub-ons too, and they have really big rub-on sheets that go with this collection. So yeah, I had to make decisions though. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna print out the new sketch and we'll get creating. Let's get started working on my layout now. So I'm gonna be working with this sketch. This is the sketch I'm gonna be using today. This goes along with the sketch challenge over at A Cherry on Top. Every Thursday, they release a new exclusive Becky Flack page map that they use, and you can play along with the sketch challenge and win 1,000 cherry points, which pretty much equals a $5 gift certificate. So I'm going to start with a pretty plain background. I'm going to go with just a cream color. The sketch calls for 1 square and 1 rectangle photo. I'm going to go with 3 photos, and they're all going to be rectangle. I'm going to start with this large kind of section of the sketch. There's a large piece of the sketch that kind of goes down about halfway. And I'm going to flip through the papers, but I decided on this floral one because I could really put it on show. So I could really, like, it. If you look at the sketch, this kind of larger sheet of paper, the larger piece of pattern paper in the sketch would really work well for something like this that is very ornate and pretty, and you don't want to cover it up. So I'm going to start by cutting that paper in half. And then I'm actually going to use this side and get that in place. Look how beautiful. So I love how this layout turns out. Just FYI. And if you watch my video that was up on Tuesday, then you know that I am obsessed with the laser cut ephemera pieces or die cut pieces from 49th and Market. Oh, they're so good, you guys. So good. I love them. I don't want to waste much of this paper, so I'm just going to flip that pattern paper over the other side of the paper It has this pretty pink watercolor, and I'm going to use that to kind of create my edge to separate the pattern paper from the cardstock. So now I'm going to flip through the 6x8 pattern papers. I'm going to grab these two and use them to map my photos. Go ahead and get those in place where I like them. And then go ahead and place them down. I followed this sketch pretty closely. So this will be a pretty kind of quick layout because I did follow the sketch. I just kind of switched up some of the embellishments, and that's pretty much it. The sketch had clusters that showed circles. I'm not going to use circles. There are loads of frames in this ephemera pack. I don't often use frames when I scrapbook, but I figured they would make a really great thing to layer up and use instead of the circles, and then I could use up a whole bunch of them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm also sticking to the wood grain and the darker bits in this ephemera pack. I am taking photos of I'm scrapbooking photos of my girlfriends and I when we went apple picking. We also went ahead and visited like the little farm animals that were at the farm, and we took a selfie with a goat. So I wanted to include those, and all three of us were wearing that beautiful corally color that I love, but the photos aren't necessarily like flowery, so I'm going for more of the rustic elements that are in the collection. And then I'm just going to cut these frames and stack them and layer them up above and below my photo. I chose some of the wording to use as my title. And then I have some of those really fun leaf laser cut ephemera that I'm going to kind of tuck in and around. So again, really simple page. And now I can just go ahead and start to adhere all of these different clusters around. I did pull out my wet glue. I actually did this layout before I did the one that popped up on Tuesday. So I wasn't sure if I was going to need my wet glue for the laser cut embellishments. I hadn't really worked with them yet, but they do take just regular tape runner really well. They are made of like, it's not paper. It's not paper. It's not wood veneer. I don't think it's chipboard, but if it is, it's a kind of odd chipboard I've never seen before that I actually like. So there's that. But it does just take regular tape runner really well. So I'm just getting all these really delicate pieces in and down. But you can see I did use some wet glue here and there because I just wasn't sure what that material was going to need to adhere right. Then for my title, I just added that little banner piece that says good vibes, and then I added the scripty today, and I just left it like that. And that is where we are going to call this one all done. Here are all of your close-ups. I will leave links below to the Cherry on Top blog, and you can check out the sketch challenge over there. Have a great day. Bye.